Hola futuros compañeros del Valhalla, bienvenidos un día más a mi canal, el canal de Rudex Norris. Sí señor, estamos con este jueguecito llamado Batman, a Telltale Series. Es que se llama así el juego, no sé. Y estamos en el episodio 2 de este juego, mientras que en el mío ya es el capítulo 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Estábamos después de que Falcone nos dijese que los Wayne es una mafia. Y ya veremos en qué se queda esto.
Only you now, Master Bruce.
¿Por qué está en el suelo?
I thought I might find you here. The news was upsetting for both of us. But you should see this. I know you come here for solitude, Bruce. More allegations about his ties to the underworld. This isn't going away. It's all so public and messy.
Tell me, all of this is a lie.
I wish I could. There are no angels in Gotham, Bruce. Maybe there never were. I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is, they were billionaires, Bruce. You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible. That kind of money taints you.
You kept their secrets for them.
I'm trying to help you understand.
Then try harder!
Hill greased the wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle. Thomas legitimized the whole enterprise with his name. Your father, Hamilton Hill, and Falcone, they were partners. Nothing happened in Gotham without them knowing.
Falcone, the papers, they were telling the truth. Everyone knew about this but me.
I know it's a lot to take in. I want you to know I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then they were killed, and you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you.
A ver, anciano, cuidado con...
I hope you can forgive me.
How could I hold this against you? You're all I've got, Alfred.
Thank you. I won't let you down again.
Tío, que es Alfred, tío. Cojones.
This is the first time I've been back here since that night. When the police
Es el
called me
callejón
to
donde
collect
mataron
you,
a...
I thought they'd finally arrested your father. I couldn't believe a low-life thug like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill Thomas Wayne. He was simply too well known. Too big. Yet, there it was.
If my father was that deep in crime, he would have had enemies.
Well, it's a fair assumption. You don't think. You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered.
Joder, pero, coño, porque no sabía el tema de mi padre, coño.
Every moment of that night in vivid detail. But maybe that's wrong.
Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
Ponte la visión.
Maybe there was some detail I overlooked.
¿De dónde vino? Les estaba esperando.
Standing here, right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
I'd only want to ask him one question. Why? My parents could have given him anything. Why would he just shoot them?
He was stabbed to death in prison. No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce.
Lo mataron.
just wanted to protect us.
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken.
I always wanted to be brave, just like him.
And you are. He would be so proud to see that you took a different path.
I love that movie. Saw it countless times at that theater. How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special
Oh,
screenings
¿en
for-
serio?
I never knew that. She was always so good to me.
Joder, madre mía, que mimo estaba entonces el Bruce, ¿no? Ya podrían haber hecho el puto cine ellos. O sea, ponerse un cine para ellos en su propia casa.
Where
Ya te digo yo que esto no hubiera
exactly does the
pasado.
memory end?
With my father pleading, you don't have to do this.
¿Y qué dijo?
Gunfires.
And after that,
Nada. Silencio.
there are considerable gaps in that recollection.
Maybe. Do I really want to know?
Un momentillo. Que me voy a poner cómodo. ¿Por qué estás aquí ahora? Si venís de allí.
Stay back.
Take whatever you want.
Nothing personal, just business. He told me you had it coming. You don't have to do this. Tell Falcone he's making a mistake.
Joder, se ensañó, ¿eh? ¿Y por qué al Bruce no le mató? Porque se acabó las balas. ¿Por qué no mató al niño? Que viene la policía. ¿En serio?
Bruce, are you all right?
It wasn't a mugging. They were assassinated.
Oh, gracias por decirlo obvio.
Falcone knows why.
De Telltale Series. Y el Telltale tiene la marca registrada. Me cago en todos sus muertos, tío. Que es que creo que la traducción es cuentacuentos, ¿no? Tell sería de contar y tale es cuento. O fábulas. No. No, fábulas sería fables. Por lo de The Wolf Among Us. ¿Qué hacen? ¿Por qué son tan putos payasos los policías aquí en este puto sitio que le meto guantazos a todos?
I don't have to tell you how many rules we're breaking. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm always here for you, but this could land us both in hot water. I pulled all the strings I had with the lieutenant. This better not come back to bite us.
Look, I get that, Harv, okay? And it means a lot to me.
I know it does, Bruce. It doesn't make it any easier. The last time we brushed shoulders with Falcone, the press made us pay. At least tell me what this is about. Look, I'm all for blind support.
I'm not sure, but I think Falcone put a hit on my parents.
Wait, what? Bruce, that's terrible.
That's why I have to speak with him. I have to know for sure.
Bruce, I appreciate you opening up to me, but just try and keep it cool in there. I don't want any headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Dent, Mr. Wayne, welcome to the GCPD.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Now, ordinarily, we'd never let you in to see Falcone, but it must be nice to have a DA in your pocket, Mr. Wayne. Bend the rules whenever you need it.
I realize this is irregular, Lieutenant. I wouldn't ask if there was another way.
I'm vouching for him, Gordon. Trust me, he's one of the good guys.
A good guy who always gets what they want. Now, in my book, there's no such thing.
Ahora por Batman.
Nice
¿Te
job
imaginas?
bringing in Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Mr. Wayne, Sergeant Renee Montoya. I just wanted to say, some of us police support you, despite what the media is saying.
Sí, pero ven que ibas a pegarle un tiro a Batman, ¿eh? Esta está untada por todos los lados por
Falcone in
Falcone.
the infirmary. He's lucky he didn't get roughed up more. I could tell Batman wanted to kill him, but he held back.
Sí, eso es verdad.
He cares about doing the right thing.
Well, whoever he is behind that mask, I say Gotham's lucky to have him.
Yeah, it's great to know he's out there watching over the city.
Hombre, pues sí.
All
si
right,
se ha contenido-
Falcone's inside. Say what you gotta say. We'll be out here.
Lo dudo. Fíjate que lo dudo. Episodio 2. Bien. No sé por qué lo he dicho, coño, si lo ponían en... Totalmente grande. Claro, y si no, no hubiera podido saber nada porque... Hijos de Arkham. What? Hijos de puta.
The hell? Bruce Wayne?
Yes.
You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me. Good thing I'll be out of here in a week.
You look like you tangled with the wrong guy.
This is nothing. You should have seen me before I became boss. I'd show up all beat to hell. Your father had sewn me back together. Yeah, that's right. Tommy and I were close.
Tan íntimos no seríais.
More than friends. More like cousins.
Until you sent Joe Chill to kill him.
Ah, so that's what this is really about, eh? The pup digging up a 20-year-old killer.
2 killings, and they were never forgotten.
You and me, we're practically family. I thought you'd have figured that out by now. Hey, I tried to get through to you at Dent's party. Maybe I should have spelled it out.
Convince me then. Tell me a story about our big, happy family.
There it is. Now I got you hooked. Your father, Hill, and me, we ran this city. Still do. God damn this pain. Can't think through it. Morphine's on the side there.
No,
Be a good boy and help Uncle Carmine out, huh?
No te lo cuenta. Venga, vamos a llegar al puto dolor.
For 40 years I keep my veins clean of any of that gunk. But you never forget the tender kiss. It'd be so easy to give me the whole vial, wouldn't it? Enough there to put an old dog down forever. Of course, you'd never know the whole story. How much of your parents do you have in you? What kind of son did Thomas Wayne make?
Do not push me, Falcone.
Apple didn't fall far, did it? You got that Wayne streak. Much better, kid. Thank you. Gesture like that reminds me of your mother. Your father may have been the doctor, but Martha, she had the human touch. Think you got more of her in you, tell the truth.
Well, I wouldn't know. You took her from me when I was 9 years old.
But you really think I hired Chill? Sure. I worked with Joe Chill from time to time. Put a button on someone, he'd take him out. But I never ordered that hit on your parents.
So who did?
Gil.
You can't trust anyone in Gotham. Least of all those you call friends.
No creo que haya sido el...
Let's learn that.
¿Qué?
They're waiting for you in hell. The bastard had to die.
¿Qué tiene en la boca? Ah, el agente nervioso, ¿no? ¿Pero qué somos, gilipollas? Pero, de verdad, o sea... No entiendo este puto juego, tío. Me estás diciendo que una O sea, ¿por qué no está el Gordon mandando a tomar por culo a todo el mundo, colega? Es que me cago en Dios, qué juego de mierda, tío. Colega, que es imposible. Hostia puta. Que es imposible que sea así de estúpido todo.
Shit. I bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner or later. Why would she do something like this?
La gente nerviosa que
We had
tenía.
Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp.
I don't know. I hardly recognized her when she burst in. She was so different from the woman we met in the hall.
It's a disgrace. Another officer gone rogue.
No, por eso.
Just doesn't make any sense. She'd never do anything to hurt the department.
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and that we're investigating. The usual.
Harvey's right. We need to control this story or someone else will.
Then we need the whole story, not just part of it.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney, Falcone's lawyers are here.
Oh, Christ. I can delay them for a little while, but we still need answers.
Tenemos que tratar a la tía bien. Se va a despertar ahora. No.
Tell me if she says anything.
Vale.
I have to know why she did this.
Montoya.
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
I'm looking into it, but I'll need access to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine.
Le han inyectado alguna mierda.
Fresh injection site. That doesn't look like blood.
¿Por qué no lo grabas, tronco? Me estoy cansando de recibir este tipo de llamadas.
Her veins, still visible beneath her skin. Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Of course. I'll be in touch as soon as I have the result.
Tío, esta mierda de que si lo tengo que hacer sí o sí.
Where am I? Mr. Wayne? What's going on?
Mataste a Falcone,
Oh,
compañero.
but I got this awful feeling something terrible happened.
Sergeant, you have to think. What do you remember?
Oh, God. Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
Se lo recuerda.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen, you have to believe me.
La creo.
I talk big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never betray the lieutenant.
Pero bien que me ibas a pegar un tiro, ¿eh?
Foggy. I remember a sharp
Punzante,
pain.
como que te
There's an
metieron una
injection
jeringa.
site on your neck.
Then I just felt light, like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt, no consequence. There was a voice.
Y las pestañas tuyas están muy raronas, compañera.
Was gonna get off, and all I knew was that I had to stop that. I had to, no matter what. The reasons why I shouldn't, they were a million miles away.
Did you see a face? Could you ID a suspect?
No, pero estaba metido en la...
think so.
En la...
You must remember some
la
detail.
comisaría.
Try.
I remember a hand on my arm, guiding me like a parent with a child. The voice, it was saying something about...
¡Oh,
revolution.
mierda! No. El pingüino.
Cobblepot said something similar.
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's lawyers for now, but they'll be back. So how is she? Did she tell you anything?
Sí.
Yeah, hey, don't worry about that now.
I found evidence that she was drugged. A fresh injection site on her neck.
I was out of my mind, Lieutenant. Please believe me.
Hey, I do. Of course I do. Hey, get forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a voice saying something about revolution.
That's not much to go on.
Sí, es una gran
If
cosa.
you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Alfred, I gotta get back to the manor. I've got a lead on whoever's behind this.
Bruce,
Pasa. La que quería que era Catwoman.
what are you doing here? My friends in the GCPD have been telling stories about some kind of lockdown.
I'm sorry, Vicky. I don't have time.
Don't brush me off.
No te estoy ninguneando,
Word is
cojones.
there were shots fired near where Falcone was being held.
Sí.
Know anything about that? I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
Where did you get that?
So it's true?
No, I didn't say that.
Listen, I owe you for those files on Falcone. I got a lot of credit at the Gazette for that story. Whatever's going on here, you can't afford to be associated with it.
Efectivamente.
Let me help you. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened. Just give me something to run with.
Que no puedo decírtelo, joder.
Disappointing. Maybe you have more to do with this than I thought.
Piensa lo que quieras. Es que si la digo que ha sido una sargento, dirá, una sargento la ha matado, estamos todos desprotegidos. Es que hay que pensar en todo, tío. Una sola respuesta puede dar 1000 vueltas.
Either Cobblepot drugged Montoya himself or someone else is using his revolutionary rhetoric. Either way, I need to find him. Let's put our drones in the air and start a search. I'll run a trace on his cell. In the meantime, we have to find out what we can do about this drug.
The computer's been analyzing the chemicals from Montoya's bloodstream.
Throw that up on the monitor. The residue I scan on Montoya is similar to the nerve agent I found at the docks. Let's see what we got.
It's ironic that Falcone died at the hands of someone drugged with his chemicals. Who'd have guessed that's how he'd meet his maker? Prone in his sickbed, surrounded by police who were ordered to protect him.
Murder at the hands of Montoya. That's not justice.
Whoever did this was judge, jury, and executioner. No one should act as all three. I hope he told you something before he was killed.
Bueno.
What did you learn from him?
Practically family, he said.
Family? Funny, I don't recall any Sunday dinners with the mob.
It wasn't Falcone who called the hit.
Yes, well, I suppose that makes sense. Your father, Hill, and Falcone would have balanced each other out.
Computers pinpointed reference points on the two compounds. The men at the docks were doused with the base chemicals. The reaction was messy. They were out of control. This refined drug is like a weapon. It only took a small injection to strip Montoya of her moral
Es que depende,
filters
¿no?
and make her act on her base impulses.
Actúa de distinta forma cada uno. Porque ella sí que tenía raciocinio en poder usar armas. El policía le arrancó la cara con las manos en vez de a puñetazos. Desquiciar el mundo.
With this drug, they can exploit anyone's baser impulses, the things they would otherwise control.
Your drones are in position to triangulate Cobblepot's location.
Joder, el Alfred también sabe hacer lecturas, tío, no me jodas. ¿Cómo es el dron de grande, tío? O es muy rápido o es la puta hostia de... Se haciendo un dron para buscar la señal celular de Oswald. No entiendo muy bien el mapa, así que... Entiendo que estará a tomar por culo. Ah, vale. No enfaden al pingüino. Efectivamente. Joder. Digo, ¿dónde puede ser? Vale, están hablando de que van a por Catwoman. Los muelles, ¿no? Por aquí no. Tampoco. Ahí. Que se me ha quedado pillado. Ah, ahora. Skyline Club.
The Skyline Club? Jesus, didn't even wait for Falcone's body to get cold, did you, Oz?
Going to speak with him, Bruce?
Bruce Wayne already tried talking with Cobblepot. It's time he met the Batman.
Batman. Vale, pues esto va a ser en el siguiente capítulo. Así que nada, espero que hayáis disfrutado muchísimo de este capítulo. En el siguiente iremos a hablar con Oz. Si se le puede llamar hablar, porque se va a liarse a hostias. Y nada, poco más que contar. Muchas gracias por esto, dale a like si os ha gustado, suscribiros si no estáis para que YouTube os avise que suba vídeo. Links en la descripción, uno para juegos baraticos. Vosotros ahorráis dinero y yo consigo un poquito para poder comprar más juegos y todo este rollo. Y el segundo es para Twitch, para que podáis verme en directo. Depende cuando me dé a mí la gana de jugar y todo esto. Y nada, muchas gracias por esto, recordad que son gratis, así que aprovechad de ello. Un fuerte abrazo y hasta el siguiente capítulo. Adiós.